It's Cookie Lab.
Hi, and welcome to Cookie Lab. I'm Jill.
And I'm Chris. This is week 2 of the Cookie Lab Master Cookie Dough Recipe. And for those of you who missed part 1, that is in the M&M cookie. And we talked about the development of the recipe and how it's gluten-free, but you can just substitute a regular flour or use Mighty-licious flour. And you'll get delicious M&M cookies. We know that, we've tasted it, we've approved, 4 paws up in the air.
Tail wagging.
Now we are on to the red velvet cookie stuffed with cream cheese frosting.
I like it already.
No cream cheese frosting on the outside of this red velvet cookie. It's hidden on the inside, or it's supposed to be hidden.
In the belly. In the belly of the cookie.
So I thought today, before we indulged in this cookie, that we would talk about red food coloring because it's been in the news.
Certainly a controversial topic. It has been in the news more than ever recently.
Yeah, I remember in my childhood it being in the news.
It was a joke back even then, like 100 years ago when we were children.
Well, speaking of that, do you know the ancient and natural origins of red food color?
I do not.
Really?
What is red in nature? Poppy flowers? What?
Beets.
Beets, of course. They dye. They stain so much. Yes.
Yeah.
I would use that as a dye for sure.
And that's
why don't we just use beets?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah. People do use beet juice.
Then what's the problem? It's not going to make you sick.
You know what's more abundant than beets?
What?
Insects.
Insects.
Yes, insects.
Creepy crawlies.
The ancient Egyptians used an insect called the Kermes vermilio insect.
Vermilio, like vermilion, which is red.
Yeah. So you just collect a bunch of those, crush them up, and you get a brilliant crimson that was around for thousands of years, and that's what they used.
Cool.
Instead of beets, because I don't like beets.
And bugs really are plentiful. Did you know that beetle species make up the most biomass of anything on Earth?
Yeah, and that's what these were. These were a species of beetle. They were surpassed in popularity by the superior cochineal insects. The specific, most significant red dye came from the Dactylopius coccyx.
More beetles?
Yes, it's a type of cochineal insect, and it lives on the prickly pear cactus in the Americas to this day. And it forms these white scales all over it. It looks like a little beetle with white wings. You crush it, and it just is the most brilliant red.
It's not just blood?
No, they don't have blood.
Who doesn't have blood?
Insects.
I'm not sure if I knew that.
Mesoamericans used it for thousands of years. The Aztecs and Incas harvested these insects to create their vibrant red dyes. And the Aztecs also called it the blood of the prickly pear cactus.
But it's not blood.
But it's not blood. Europeans, after the Spanish conquered the Aztec kingdom in the 16th century, cochineal became a highly valuable global commodity, second only to silver.
Fascinating. We've seen this type of phenomenon before with like pepper or salt, like things that just become things that we take for granted that were at one time highly prized.
Yes. The Spanish...
we still highly prize salt and pepper, but it's...
But we just get it from the store.
Yeah, this sounds much more unusual. Crushed beetles from prickly pear cacti. Sounds a little more unusual.
And the Spanish monopolized the trade in this.
Of course.
And kept the source secret for hundreds of years.
I mean, they didn't find streets paved with gold, so they had to go somewhere. They went with the beetle.
And then they imported rock music. Called the Beatles.
The other Beatles.
Yeah, no, not the Spanish. That's not all.
No, that's certainly not all.
Because we don't get them from Beatles anymore.
No, we have red dye number 4 or whatever it is.
We are in the age of synthetic dyes, we can thank William Perkins for the first synthetic organic dye, mauve.
Okay.
It was accidentally created from coal tar, in 1856.
And no beetles are harmed.
And if you're a beetle enthusiast, no beetles harmed. And it's a byproduct, like something that was thrown away.
Yeah.
However, it was highly toxic.
Yeah. Coal tar, not something you want to eat.
And so they tried other things, like copper sulfate.
Also maybe not good for you.
Also toxic.
Yeah.
Lead chromate.
Definitely bad for you.
And the government began to implement regulations. In 1906,
as governments do,
the Pure Food and Drug Act created a list of 7 approved colors. Red dye number 1, red dye number 2, red dye number 3, all approved. The 20th century saw controversy around the red dyes. Red dye number 2 in specific was amaranth, and it was a petroleum-based dye widely used throughout the 1900s. A Soviet study in 1971 suggested a link to cancer, and the FDA banned it in 1976.
We don't need to have this. We can have plain colored things.
What would you, not lips?
You mean like lipstick?
Yeah, it was in lipstick. Red dyes are in lipsticks.
How about we just have plain lips?
This is the red dye that has been banned as of January 2025. They have until 2027 to implement that ban. Now what do we use? Red dye number 40. Developed in 1971, this synthetic dye is a common replacement. While approved by the FDA, it has been linked to hyperactivity in children in some studies and remains controversial. So we might be back to a modern shift to natural colors.
Beets.
Manufacturers are using alternative plant-based ingredients such as beets, radishes, purple sweet potatoes, and tomatoes. The red velvet cookie that I made.
Yeah, what did you use?
We talked about what would I substitute 25 grams of chocolate cocoa powder.
So Chris took this master dough recipe that he used last week to make M&M cookies and turned it this week to tweak it into a red velvet cookie, and he talked about needing to add some cocoa powder, and we talked about what he might, and some other things that are liquidy, and so should he or would he take something else away, perhaps some flour. What did you decide?
I did not take anything away, I just added.
And how did it go?
Let's see.
Okay.
It's a little spreadier than I wanted. I wanted more poofy.
Okay.
And it opened up a little bit so that some of the cream cheese frosting escaped.
I can see it.
You can see it. I don't want anybody to see it. I want it to be a total surprise.
Okay.
So
what would you do different?
Actually, I wouldn't do anything different with the ingredients. I baked it at 350 degrees for 18 minutes. I would bake it at 400 degrees for maybe 16 minutes. Hoping that at a higher temperature, it would bake the outside faster.
Did you chill the balls?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I froze the cream cheese. I made a bird's nest out of the dough, 4 ounces of the dough, 130 grams.
Big cookie.
Put that inside, wrapped it around, and then I refrigerated it for 4 hours. Took it out immediately, had the hot oven ready, put it in. I think low and slow is not the way to go with this.
Okay.
But the cookies that I made before, the Biscoff cookies, the stuffed Biscoff cookies, they burned on the bottom.
They did burn on the bottom.
At 400 degrees. So, but those were 18 to 20 minutes. So I think if I do 400
like a
for 60,
375?
375, yeah. So I think I think you have to go high to get the crisp outer crust that's going to keep everything in.
Okay.
Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Yum. Oh.
I like the chewy texture. This is way good. I like it a lot.
Yeah. The only thing I'd want to do is make it a little puffier. And I think it's the temperature.
I don't even want it to be puffier myself.
I love it.
I love it. How is it so chewy and soft?
It's the master cookie dough. Try eating like just a little piece without the frosting.
No. It's moist.
I think it's perfect.
Maybe because of the extra liquid.
Extra liquids.
It's really good.
Winner.
Somebody asked me recently what the best cookie that we've made is, and I said the apple cider donut cookie.
Favorite.
This is a contender. Listeners, what is your favorite Cookie Lab creation so far?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. Write to us at cookielabpod@gmail.com. Believe it or not, the history also was the science.
And you made me wait all that time for the cookie.
I did, but I knew
Worth
it was
the wait.
going to be good, worth the wait. So I have a few more ideas for the Cookie Lab Master Cookie Dough recipe. I'm going to put this in the show notes so everybody has access to the Cookie Lab Master Dough recipe. Tell us how you use it. Maybe its own chocolate chip cookie. I wonder how that would stack up to the Jacques Therese favorite chocolate chip cookie. Pure chocolate cookies with chocolate chunks. What about peanut butter cookies? Can we make a peanut butter cookie with this?
Why not?
Why not? Those funfetti cookies are really popular.
So I thought about doing funfetti, and they call for funfetti cake mix as an ingredient, which is not gluten-free, and I didn't have the time to figure out how to recreate that flavor in the laboratory. So perhaps that's something you could apply this to.
Some almond extract.
Okay.
Yeah. These are all my ideas.
Sounds like you're going to be busy.
Yeah, I've got many episodes to share this.
I'll keep flailing around the grocery store for inspiration.
Cookie Lab Master Cookie Dough recipe. So stay tuned. And we're going to keep using Mighty Licious flour. We
Absolutely.
love it. And you keep coming back.
Okay, see you next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.
It's Cookie Lab.